In this video, we are going to see how to create a cost sheet for a style. We select the style, then we go to our tab Cost Sheet. We can create different cost sheets to compare scenarios of cost of materials, labor, indirect cost. Then, when we select our final cost sheet, we are going to use it to create our bill of materials. So to add a new one, we go to Add Cost Sheet. We complete a code and a description. And as you can see, we have different tabs: Materials, Operations, Schemas, and Summary. In Materials, we are going to select the raw material we need to build our style. So I'm going to select the fabric, then for example I'm going to select the tags, and then a zipper. Then we complete the quantity we need of each of the raw materials to build my style. We select the price list we want to use for this cost sheet and the preferred vendor. So we might create different cost scenarios according to price list and vendors. Then in Operations, we are going to select our operation template, when we have the information of our operations like cutting, sewing, washing, packing. We complete the information. And we can also select a specific price list for this cost sheet. In schemas, we are going to select our cost schema of indirect cost. This case, for example, handling. And then in summary, I have the information of the total in materials, operations, indirect cost. So I have the information of my total cost. I can add a percent. I want to add to my cost to have a suggested price. I can complete a final price and then copy to my price list. After we complete our operations, we need to go back to Materials and select for each of the items in which operation I will need that raw material. For example, the fabric, I will need it in the process of cutting, the tags in the process of sewing, and the zipper also in the sewing. Then I add my cost sheet. When you decide that's the final cost sheet you are going to use it, you go to or check Selected and then update the style. To use the information of our cost sheet to create the bill of material of each of the items, for materials we have different checks that help us to create the bill of material. As you can see, we have there 4 different checks for each of the items that will help us to complete the bill of materials, because in our style we have attributes of colors and sizes. In case of the fabric, we need to match the color of the fabric. If we have a blue jean, we need it to match with a blue fabric. If I have a white jean, I need a white fabric. So we use that check color. So the system will do that match when it builds the bill of material. Then the other check, semi-finished, is when I have my raw material to match the same scale and sizes. Like for example, the tags. If I have a jean in sizes 32, I need a tag that explains it's a 32 jeans, so it matches in sizes. Then, for example, in the item of zipper, I have a different sizes. The zippers comes, for example, small, medium and large. So I need to match that information. We do it through our group of sizes, and in the scale of our raw material, we link the group of sizes. Then, in our style, in the scale of our style, we are going to do exactly the same. We are going to link the group of sizes for each of the sizes. So for example, in my jeans 28, 29 and 30, we are going to use the zipper that belongs to our code group number 1. Then for our jeans 31, 32, 33, we are going to use the second group of the zipper. Then coming back to our cost sheet, for a group of sizes we must select that check group. Now, for last, in the case of fabric, we may also detail that for each of the sizes we have a different consumption of the fabric. So we go to our scale and then select which is going to be the sizes, the middle size, and we complete it with 100%. And then for the smaller sizes, which is going to be the percent of the consumption of the fabric, and also for the bigger sizes. So for example, from my jean 28, I'm going to use only 80% of the fabrics than my jeans 32, that is my middle size. Coming back to our cost sheet, we select the choice, the check size consumption. You can complete the information for each of the raw materials, so these checks helps you to create the bill of materials. So we have the checks, size consumption, that helps you to define the consumption of the fabrics according to the sizes, group of sizes, helps you to do the match of raw materials with different sizes. Semi-finished, that helps you to do the match for raw material that has the exactly sizes, like for example tags. And then in color, it helps you to do the match when the raw material and the style has the same colors, like for example fabrics. Then we need to update information of our cost sheet.